madness. Hey, look here. Y'all already know what time it is. Shedeur continues to ball. Every time you look up, they throwing out a little clip. Just a little something. Just a little something to tease you until training camp get here. So that man working, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen the film, but he is working. So I'm like, hey, keep balling. Then look here. So we talking about that. Then we also gonna talk about, look, the Cleveland Browns, y'all, at this point, they are wasting Kenny Pickett's time or Dillion Gabriel. One of those quarterbacks, they wasting their time. And I feel bad for them. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. This a business, and this you gotta roll. You gotta roll and see what happens. Then we talking about, look, Jimmy Horn and Bryce Young. Them boys out there cutting up. Jimmy Horn and Bryce Young, I'm talking about, they working. Working. So they putting in that work, so I'm happy for them. Then you got Cam Ward, the fact that he got his wide receivers and they locked in training, we gonna talk about that. And then Shiloh, that boy working as well, putting in that work, ready for that starting job. Then we'll talk about them CU boys. But look, trying to get me a cut today, so I'm going to get in much as I can until they tell me it's my turn. But look, if you haven't subscribed to Life Football, please do so. Rock out with your boy. But let's jump into this thing. So they put out another video for Shedeur. And Shedeur out there working. I'm talking about they hit him with just a little slow-mo. Shedeur out there, bam. Whew. You got the wide receiver. The wide receiver look like he doing a owl nut. Pat. And then Shedeur already throwing the ball. So Shedeur, y'all, the man is working to be QB1. They not going to stop him. So we probably going to get these highlights. I ain't going to say we're going to get them all the time, but we going to get them until training camp starts. We going to get these highlights until training camp starts. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he going to do because he's continuing to work at all times. It's like every time you look up, Shedeur working. Got the helmet on, got the gear on, just working. Working. So when you see a quarterback like that working, I don't know where his wide receivers at. Now, that don't mean they ain't out there with him. It's just the highlights I done seen. I haven't seen no other wide receiver with a Browns helmet on. Not that they got to wear their helmet. I just ain't seen him with no helmet on. But he working. And I'm talking about balls looking good, too. Ball looking good. So you out there like, dog, he getting it like that? Already getting the reps in. So I'm continuing to get now. Let's be real now. Let's be real and look at the whole thing. DG somewhere working. That's a fact. He's somewhere working, putting in work as well. Now, one thing about it is, everybody could be working, but when your talent level above somebody else, that's just a wrap. So at this moment, everybody working. He working and they working. Okay, cool. Kenny Pickett somewhere working. Joe Flacco the only one I don't know if he working. Because it ain't like that he got to. He on the back end of it. So I'm just letting y'all know, we see Kenny Pickett and DG, we don't see him, but just know that them boys working. Shedeur, we seeing his. We seeing them highlight his. Shedeur is highlighting his workouts. It's okay. They all behind the scenes. Yeah, hey, Lady PC, they all behind the scenes working, but you just got to know Shedeur out-talent them. He out-talent them boys. When you look at it and they went throw for throw, rep for, well, they ain't gonna rep for rep, but his throws versus they throws, Shedeur him, y'all. It's a wrap. We just waiting on the due time, and I love that he keep repping it. Hitting them reps. So now, when we get to training camp, what? Not next week, but the week after, it's on. We ain't worrying about how Shedeur gonna be throwing the ball. We already know he got the NFL balls working. Now, he probably chill on Saturday and Sunday, or at least Sunday. Sunday, he probably chill. But Monday through Saturday, the boy working. Putting in that work so you can't stop him. Wherever he at training, if it's Miami, if it's Ohio, if he went to Colorado, he's gonna be working. So at this moment, you could get your mindset to, we know what he gonna look like. The boy gonna look good out there. When everybody, all the moving parts, he done seen all the moving parts his whole life. This ain't nothing new to him, man. This ain't nothing new to him. It's just the fact that now, he don't have his dad as the head coach to say, hey, all right, Shedeur, go with the ones. He don't have that. So now he got to go out there and work. Now, Kevin know Shedeur is out there working. You don't think he looking at the videos? He looking too. Hey, Tommy. Look, Tommy. Yeah. Shedeur out there working, boy. Hey, have you seen DG or Kenny Pickett? Nah, they doing behind the scenes, but they send me stuff, though. Like, I seen what Kenny Pickett and DG sent me. Now, they probably sending Kevin stuff, too. They know they got to send Kevin something, because, Coach, he see Shedeur, so they got to send him something. Coach, did I do this? Did I do that right? Was it just right? So they checking, too. They checking, too. Shedeur ain't working by himself, y'all. I want you to know this. Even though Shedeur out there balling and he putting that work in, also know that Kenny Pickett and DG, I want to say Joe Flacco, but man, Joe probably working. Get some throws in and go chill with the family. So you don't get it twisted. Yes, Shedeur is out there balling, but know that DG and Kenny Pickett working too. And they gonna give them their opportunities. They gonna put the opportunities in their face. And see, that's why that next segment, I feel like the Browns wrong for this. They really wrong for this, what they doing, but we'll talk about that next segment. But the fact that I'm glad Kenny Pickett and Dillion Gabriel working, because when you get to these preseason games, since the Browns gonna give you this opportunity, you gotta take advantage of it. You gotta look good for that cut mode or that trade mode and somebody pick you up. You gotta look good. But he out there looking good now. Shedeur, I'm talking about every video. Now, of course, they gonna make the videos suit Shedeur, but at the end of the day, we already know he putting in that work and he gonna look good. So we just going with it. We just going with that thing. Regina E, what's good? J.A. PC, what's good? Regina E, I appreciate it. Miss Max, what's happening? Larry, what's good? KM, what's good? Lady PC, I appreciate it. Tim, what's good? K Bell, the real, what's good? What's good? What's good? 1949. Yeah, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know Platinum what's happening. See how? Sell more. Hey, Dog Pound in the building. Hey, Miss Massey, that helmet look fly there. Cause he basically saying, look, he pretty much doing OTAs by himself. Yeah, he basically doing the OTAs by himself. That's what he doing right now. Cause if he didn't have the helmet on, you can say, well, that's just work. But my boy got the helmet on. Hey, he meaning business. But yeah, it's just a matter of time. Jam, say what's happening? You said Prime said 12 was a worker. He's been doing, yeah. And see, now he just got to up the work. He probably already was up in the work. But now since Pops ain't there, and this ain't like you walking into your high school and you know you the man. You walking into Colorado or Jackson State, you know you the man. You walking into Cleveland and you know you the man, but it ain't with your daddy to be the head man. So you gotta work. You gotta get that jazz, that extra little to get it all, get that man, do that thing right. Godchild, what's good? Miss Cloud, what's happening? Sell more, what's good? Yeah, all eyes on him. TC, DM, what's happening? You say Shedeur is locked in. Yeah, he locked. Dez, what's good? Lady PC, you say like my grandma say, they just doing the best they can. Hey, that's all. Because at the end of the day, we know that Shedeur should be QB1. But the Browns get to choose and pick how they want to go about it. We're just going to go with the veterans for right now. They could do that, so you never know. See, Holder, what's good? You just never know. Tim, it's Platinum. It's Pleasley Plump. Yeah, y'all. At this moment, it's just a wrap. Miss Brown, what's good? Hey, Sell Moore, you say training camp gonna have the city lit. No more tickets available. Ooh. Hey, Cleveland know what time it is. They know they got a franchise quarterback, so everybody coming through. Everybody coming through. Hey, yeah, Lady PC, we know Joe Flacco pretty much could sit it down any day and be good. He could sit it down and be good. The Browns really playing with people time though. That's what I don't like. If I'm the other players, see Joe Flacco and Shedeur, they pretty much know they good. Ain't nobody getting rid of Shedeur. So them two know they good. DG and Kenny Pickett, I feel bad for. I'm gonna talk about that next segment. Grand, you say what's popping? Bro 12 better than, yeah, listen, that too. KJ, appreciate it. Appreciate it. TC, you say it look beautiful back there? Yeah, it is, but boy, I should have wore me a hat. That sun ain't playing. But look, I gotta get me too, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Miss Sasha, what's good? Listen, y'all. You know what? I like that. Look, all right. Let's talk about this whole thing. You got the Cleveland Browns pretty much are wasting Kenny Pickett or Dillion Gabriel's time because one of them got to go. We got 5 quarterbacks, one of them on IR, so he doesn't really hurt nothing at the moment. That's Deshaun Watson. So we not thinking about Deshaun Watson. Now you got Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, we know on the roster pretty much point blank period because he's a backup and he's a come in if the main quarterback go down. So Joe Flacco there. Joe Flacco know the team from 23, so he there. So Joe is there. So that's 2 quarterbacks. You got 1 hurt. 4 is top notch. We know he all that and a bag of chips. We know he really the franchise quarterback, so he there. All right. Now you got DG. Maybe you picked DG because you didn't know that Shedeur was going to come available, so you picked DG just to calm down the Cleveland fans of we need a quarterback so we get. Well, sometimes you get something just to, like, pacify everybody. So they pacified them with DG, I feel. Because I don't think, maybe they wanted DG, but I just don't know. And then they pacified everybody with Kenny Pickett. Well, we going young, and he's a former first-round guy. Okay, but when you look at it, you wasting these boys' time because you know you getting rid of one of them. Somebody getting slap, get them out of there. So somebody gone. Who is going to get cut? That's on the Browns. But it's out of Kenny Pickett and DG. So my thing is, are you trying to hold them to get them film? And you don't want to throw them off that bad right before OTAs and the mandatory minicamp, and that's letting everybody know they not like that, so you trying to hold on to them? Because my thing is, like everybody else saying, most teams know who they going in with their quarterback. I know somebody tried to tell me yesterday, well, Cam Ward finna start. And I'm going to talk about him if I have enough time today. I'm going to talk about him too. But, yo, most teams have their quarterback. The Saints, even though they got a rookie quarterback and Spencer Rattler on year 2, they know they going to go between them two. They know that. They know it's between them two, so you ain't got that many people getting reps. But with Cleveland Browns, we got all these people trying to get reps. Man, you wasting time. You wasting... See, this is why Shedeur got to get the extra work in, because you giving up reps. This valuable time, and they giving up reps. So that's where we at now. They throwing away reps, and we got to charge it to the game. At the end of the day, they throwing away reps. It's okay. It is what it is. They throwing away these reps because, look, Kenny Pickett is not finna start for the Browns unless they force the issue. Now, side note, they could decide to get rid of Joe Flacco and keep Kenny Pickett, but I just don't see it. So Kenny Pickett gone. Get the man out of there, man. We all thought he would be gone before training camp, but you holding him. So, hey, Kenny Pickett, DG, this the way the cookie crumble for y'all, man. I'm sorry that y'all got to go through this, but it is what it is. I wish y'all didn't have to deal with this, but just the Browns organization, hey, they don't know what they doing. At this point, they can't know what they doing because you don't need all these quarterbacks. We got 5 on the roster. Okay, I figure out you're going to wait till Deshaun Watson get himself situated and then probably try to trade him off and let somebody else take some of the hit of that contract. I get that. So you got to ride out with him. But the fact that you messing over Kenny Pickett or DG, somebody getting screwed in this. Somebody getting screwed. And it's sad that, like, at the end of the day, I do feel bad for the boys because I'm covering them, and I know they trying to give it to Joe Flacco, but Shedeur the best. But they might start with Joe Flacco unless Shedeur could catch him or look better, which we know he will catch him and look better, but will they do anything about it? Because you could toss out, which Kevin say he ain't worried about that, but you could toss out that, well, we are playing a harder schedule the first 4 to 5 games. And I done heard Kevin talk about that schedule. So I get it. And he said, you know, it's the traveling, how you flying and everything else. So I know they looking into all that. So it's just like, will they do the right thing by these quarterbacks, man? If Shedeur dominate, let him start. Kenny Pickett is your back. I mean, Joe Flacco your backup. So I guess they trying to do the college thing where you say, well, hey, we have these guys working hard and they're fighting for the job. Nah, this the NFL, man. Majority of the 32 teams got their starting quarterback. It's just us and the Saints. Really? I think it's us and the Saints that don't know who's starting. It's just us and the Saints. The other 30 teams have their starting quarterback. Why we fighting? Why we playing? And then we playing with a bunch of quarterbacks. We ain't playing with a small amount of quarterbacks. We playing around with a bunch of quarterbacks. 5 quarterbacks. Man. Say more, you say love the Browns. See, hold, yeah, man, it be like that. V. Handy, what's good? Mac, what's good? Jan, you say the owner knows who's going to bring the interest to the Browns. 12 is going to bring the... Yes, they know that, but it's the fact that, will it even matter? Will it matter to them that Shedeur could bring all this attention? You could give somebody a clear opportunity to lead your organization into a new land, new promised land, but y'all playing around. God's love, you say don't trust the Browns. I don't like how they doing DG and Kenny Pickett. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense at all. Yeah, it don't make sense at all. Then you say I will go 12 QB1, DG QB2, and then wait on Watson. Nah, they got to get rid of Watson because Watson a big name. Like, he just ain't no sit there type of guy. And I think he like 27 to 29. So he not that old. So he gonna want to play. That Deshaun Watson, when he ready, you see he get on the internet too. See, everybody else don't really get on the internet. DG don't get on the Kenny Pickett. I don't even see nothing about him. And Joe Flacco, he ain't got time for that. He paid, so he good. So yeah. Coach Dre, what's happening? Cat, what's good? Yeah, man. It's just pretty much a wrap, man. When they had this thing rolling, they need to go ahead and just let Shedeur get all the reps. Jan, you say they were running stimulation practice on 2 fields. They saying that, but when they got time to count the reps, they didn't give us all the reps. They was giving the reps to everybody but Shedeur, at least when it came for the throwing reps. Jan, you say they invested in the other guys, so they got to get the tape in order to trade them, if that's what it comes out. I guess, but it's just wasting time. Like, now the coach Kevin has said the whole time, hey, OTAs don't matter. Mandatory mini camp don't matter. What matters is training camp. Okay, well, if training camp matter, where you gonna play Shedeur at? We gonna keep playing these games, and you gonna play Shedeur QB4, which you know he gonna end up being QB1, or you might try to sit him behind Joe Flacco, so he's still gonna be QB1 or 2, and you DGing. Maybe it is to get them film, but it's still wasting their time. It's still wasting their time. Lisa, what's good? Yeah, it's wasting their time. I feel bad for them though, man. I guess they gotta try to get film, but it's a bad look. It's almost like the Browns don't know what to do. This ain't college, man, where we gotta make them compete for the job. Nah, man, your best man play. This the NFL. He know he can lose his job. He can not play no more. Is Braden in there? How long you been in there? All right. Yeah. Hey, you know I gotta get it in. Say more. You said TC and yeah. Yeah, man. If they do it the right way, they good. Yo, I gotta holler at y'all. The phone I got too high. Holla, 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 holla.